Okay, so we got our delivery from Vic's Auto. We got the timing belt kit. We bought the seals, so I just drive a screw in there, sheet metal screw, and sometimes it'll push it out. If not, you can grab it with a pair of pliers and pull it out like a tin can. What we're going to need to do is come in here. It's not too bad. Okay. We'll clean out this edge a little bit. I know it's hard to see because it's black, but this is not very flexible. See how it's cracked. So it's really hard, dry, brittle. So it's one of the reasons why this is all coated with oil. The bottom one's going to be a little bit different because it's going to be hard to get the screw gun in there, but we'll try it first. See if we can. Oh, I can probably come in from the side. We'll see. Hold on. Gonna be a big head in your way. Hold on. Yeah, I can probably get this. Go right. Rubber. Nope. Let me put a dent in it first. Seal center. Better yet, I think we put a hole in it. Fucker. I was like right at the perfect angle where I can't see a goddamn thing. Okay. I'm trying to get out of the way. I'm going to apply some screw and it'll pop out. Almost. Wanted to pop out. So then you just grab your $83 pliers. And give it a pry. Just like that. So this one doesn't look very good either. It's a little bit more rubbery, but since we got it all apart, we're changing them out anyway. I like to put a little grease on the inside of the ring here. Didn't take a lot. And then you gotta slide it over like that. And then we want to kind of get it lined up. And then when you tap it in. So that's 1.5 inches. That's plenty of space. We should be able to drive that in pretty good without messing it up. The problem here is I got a camera in the way. Y'all are kind of in the way. Here we go. Now see this one, not gonna fit. too big. I like it. We're seated. Don't forget to put your key back in. It just slides in. Okay, so we're getting set up to install the new timing belt. So over here on the right side is the spring assembly. So it's got the big dowel that goes over the bolt with the two big washers, and it's going to hook into here and hold it. And then this is the pulley assembly. The new tensioner pulley just slides onto this assembly, and then there's a washer that's got a raised portion on it, and it slides on first, and then the big washer goes over the top of that, and then it slides on this stud like so. We'll center it up in a minute. And then there's the spring bolt, and it goes through here into a hole in the block, and we're just going to put it all on loose for now. No reason to tighten it all up yet, because we got some wiggle room in here to put the belt on, right? But you can see how this flips up into that groove, and then it's going to pop into this hole and pull tension on that belt right there. There's only a little bit of wiggle room in there, and this big nut goes on here. Once it's secured, you tighten it down. But for now, we want as much give as we can get to get that belt on there. So this is our aux shaft pulley. You can see it's got a pin in it, and then this is going to slide on. Oh, watch out. This is going to slide on here and lock into place. It won't go on properly unless you get that pin lined up. And you can twist the whole thing. But when it's locked down, it's locked down. And then it has this big bolt that goes through in here and holds it on. So I'm going to need to tighten this. There's really not a good way to hold it, but you just hold it and hit it with the Ugga Dugga. Now I've got a whole video on the earlier Fiat about the auxiliary shaft and what it does and how it gets in the way, and you can put it on wrong, but basically at the 1 o'clock position you're fine. At the 1 o'clock position you're fine. So 12, 1, aim it towards this bolt, you'll be good. Now when we're screwing around down here, we moved it off a top dead center, so I put this on just so I could see, and then we can slide it off to put the belt on. And then here's our new belt from vicauto.com. So now's the part where you snake it all on there. So we're gonna slip it over like so, and then we're gonna give it a snug so that it's tight on the aux shaft. Okay. And then it's going to roll over like that, and we're going to get it onto these camshafts. But it is always a struggle. So I'm going to slip it over this one first. And we got to pull it tight to get it in the grooves, like so. And then we're going to slip it over this one and then get it on here as best we can, because that's all of the room you got. And sometimes these camshafts, you can see the pointers right here, they're lined up, but you may have to put a little bit of oomph on them to get this belt on, to get it in the grooves. So if I'm looking at that one, I can give it a little bit of a snuggle lug and pull it this way, because I want to get this right in here, like so. And then we're going to come around and feed this puppy in, like that. First attempt, not too shabby. And I want to verify that I'm lined up at top dead center down here. Yeah, I'm good. So that's top dead center. These are lined up. This doesn't have good tension on it. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to pull like this. I can probably go. So my tension's good here now. I'm good here. I'm good here. So now all I have to do is put the spring mechanism back on here. Put the spring on here to draw my tension up right here. It's just going to pull like this. It's a pretty good spring. So a good pair of pliers is important. Try not to move anything while you're doing this. But we just want to grab down here. This is not going to work. 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 This is going to work. Coming out, over, and in. Come on. And in, like that. Okay. So now we got tension here, here, here. This mark's lined up. This mark's lined up. This mark's lined up. I know it's kind of hard to see at the angle. And so now what we want to do is spin the motor by hand to make sure it's going to spin without walking up on the aux shaft or anything like that. So this is still kind of loose. This is still kind of loose. This is all still kind of loose. Jumped. See that? Son of a bitch. So we want to go this way, like this, and double check again. Line this up for 0. That one's zeroed, and this one's off, 1 tooth. See? So we're going to take our spring loose. We could maybe push it. Maybe. It's easier if you take it loose. Okay. So, lay that over there. I'm going to turn this back like so. And then we're going to pull tight here. Like that. And then come over like that. Don't let this one fall off. And then, oh, that's good. No, it's not. That, and then we're going to slide it, push it down here, and slide it all the way around, like that. Okay, it's still loose, son of a bitch. One more tooth. Just when you think you got it, oh, it turned backwards, like this. There we go. Well, that's tight. This is all tight. It's lined up on my 0. This comes around. Then we're going to put the spring on. Okay, got it. Verify we're lined up. Yes. Okay. Now we should be able to spin. So that's lined up. That's lined up. So we're lined up. I'm happy with that. So, torque. Got to put the big nut on there and drive that sucker on. That one's like, you know, a bazillion foot-pounds. But if the Ugga Dugga takes it off, the Ugga Dugga puts it on. So I got to get the back plate on here and then put the timing cover on. And then this will be finished. So we got our cover cleaned off. Some of that is permanent standing that's not coming off. Then we got to put our pulley back on. Yes. And then like this. Talking to myself, and then like this. Yes. Ugga Dugga takes it off. Ugga Dugga puts it on. I know y'all hate that, but that's okay. So that's all lined up. That's all lined up. That's all lined up. This is tight. This is tight. This is tight. This is tight. Now we can put the cover back on. The hardest part about this cover is getting this bolt to line up, because it's fucking cattywampus all the time. And then I had these lying around. Pretty sure they're long enough. So we gotta put our pulley back on, but it only goes on one way, right? So the dished side goes in. Now, if we put spark plugs in it and we hook up the wires, it'll run. Or it'll explode. No, it won't explode. So I gotta take a break. Y'all take a break. We'll be right back. I know it's really hard to see. I mean, the light's flashing like it's supposed to. For some reason on the camera, it's intermittent.